Hello everyone and welcome to Simple Charm Living. My name is Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. In an effort of essentially being prepared for anything and being that kind of mom that has everything available without being overboard, if that makes sense. First thing that kind of inspired this entire figuring out what I wanted to be prepared is I wanted to have a first aid kit. Now I know it's not like an immediate thought that you would have in your bag because I didn't have one for my daughter as she was in her newborn and toddler phases. Like I still have yet to put a first aid kit in her bag that we have for her. But in an effort to being prepared and thinking, okay, well, my daughter's getting older. My second daughter that'll be coming soon, Lord willing, she is going to want to also, well, she's not going to care, but I want to be prepared to have something available in case I need to. So in an effort to being that mom that is prepared for any circumstance without going overboard, I did find some first aid kits, which are super cute. First one is your basic kind of first aid kit. All these were purchased on Amazon. And you have little Ziploc baggies in here so you can put things in. You also have the mesh pocket here. You've got something to attach here. So if you want something a little bit more basic and more concise, you got this option. If you want a little bit more space, there is also this option here. This one is actually good for like even like older, like if you have allergies or something. This one's meant for like EpiPens and for diabetic purposes as well. But you don't have to use it for that, obviously. You can just put all your essentials in here too and have it all ready to go. But that's what it's meant for. Several mesh parts there. Here's where you would put essentially the EpiPen in here. It also gives directions of how to administer an EpiPen if you needed to. So that's pocket one. There's also a pocket in the front side here. The second pocket, I'm going to assume is a little bit more for like, not that it's an insulator because it doesn't really have that, but you could put other things in here. And it does have an emergency card in case it got lost. So that is another option. Comes with a little wrist wrap around as well. One that's a little bit more on the fun, trendy side is this one. Again, this is just a plain cute little bag, nothing special about it. But if you wanted to just put like immediate essentials, like, you know, I don't know, just random stuff, which I'll show you what I got as well. It's trendy because it does have the little puff lettering, but this is not the like stony clover kind of feel. This one's more threaded. But yeah, so there's that option. Again, if you want just like simple basics. And then this one I really, really like. This is the Keep Going bag, Go Kit, first aid kit for families on the go. So if you had absolutely nowhere to begin of what to put inside, there is this adorable one. They have several different prints, but I liked this one the most. And it does come with a little strap as well. But this one literally has a lot of stuff already for you. So it has envelopes, or not envelopes, it has, you know, the turn and stuff like that. In the zipper compartment, you do have like a sewing kit for like immediate threading things if you needed. There's little scissors in here if you need to cut something. They also have like to remove ticks. Like they have a lot of different things in here. Safety pins, Q-tips as well, and they are all labeled. So if you had no idea what they were, you have that. You can just restock it again. You have tweezers if you needed tweezers. Here are the scissors. Again, super small, but if you needed them for whatever reason. Here's the tick remover, wooden tongue, like, you know, suppressant to put that down. So that's spot one there, safety pins. Then you have a whole bunch of Band-Aids. In this front part here, you have Band-Aids, you have ointment, like so think of kind of like your Neosporin, which would be there. On this side, you have alcohol wipes if you needed those. You have lip balm. You have non-sting cleansing wipes. You got more Band-Aids. Lots of options for Band-Aids. Hydrocortisone, burn gel. So again, it comes in just like little packets. Again, not that you're going to use them immediately, but it's nice to note that you have those accessible. Hydrocortisone if you need it. So again, this is like for the mom that wants to be like uber prepared with everything. On the back side here, we have different types of other Band-Aids depending on like your needs. So like the butterfly closure one, you have hand sanitizer, and then on this side here, you got stickers for the kids that, you know, you're like, oh, you can get a sticker at the end, you know, a little incentive to stay still. You have a first aid kit guide over here. You've got moleskin wrap if you needed it for something. Again, not a lot, just enough if you need it for the first time. More Band-Aids, but like a larger size. Waterproof bandage, nosebleed plugs, tape roll. So again, there's like a lot of different things here. Oh, this is also a body temperature. So like one of those, like just to see like thermometers, like a quick use. So again, this is for the mom that needs or wants to have everything, but in a small, compact little container. So I thought this was really cute. Obviously, this won't necessarily hold all the other things I purchased that I would use to have, which I'll show you in a second. But this is like a nice, here you go. And if you needed to purchase more, they do have available to purchase more of these as well. So those are the different options I was looking at. Now it's just a matter of what am I expecting to have in my bag for medicines and which option is going to be the best for me in my situation. So here's a couple of things that I plan on having in my first aid kit. First thing, and again, this is not going to be all for newborns and babies because a lot of children 12 months and under cannot use any of this. So this is more for my daughter who's a toddler now and she is able to use these things. So first thing that I have, of course, is going to be sunscreen. Very important to have, especially if we go out. So this is just a little sunscreen container. This is from Ever Eden, and this is with titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. This is what essentially you're able to use when you're pregnant, as opposed to like the oxybenzene chemical. This is a mineral sunscreen as opposed to a different type of sunscreen. So when you're pregnant, this is essentially what you want to use. My daughter's been using it, so we got this one. It's part of first aid because you don't want to burn when you're outside. Next thing that I want to have in there are going to be some, like a Tylenol. Got just generic brand because you don't really need to go super intense. But this is compared to the Tylenol. This is for ages 2 to 3, which is where my daughter is at right now. Can you use it for older? Yes. But this is just to have in case she has a fever, if she's not feeling well, because you never know when you're out and about. You're going to want to have something available. So that comes with a syringe. The next thing that I want to have available is an allergy relief because again, you never know when your child is going to need that as well. You can be in the middle of a park somewhere and you get ants bitten, whatever it may be. And so I do have an allergy relief. This one is also generic, but it is comparable to children's Claritin. Now again, this one is meant for ages 2 and up, and this is the Loratadine, the medicine that is recommended for children. They do not recommend children's Benadryl because, not sure, but that is what we have going on for her there. The next thing, which kind of goes with everything else, so depending on the boo-boo, we do have a Band-Aid Antiseptic Cleansing to Go spray, which is pain relieving. And to go with that would be the children's Neosporin. Again, this is children. Do not use these on babies. This is meant for 2 and up. So I'll show you what I have for my newborn, but it's none of this right now. So this is what we got for her as well. I did want to include alcohol wipes or alcohol prep pads, not only for like cleansing, but also just to clean up surfaces. I am very germophobic when it comes to my phone. I need it to be clean after a certain point of the day, and if I feel like it's gotten dirty or whatever, I'm gonna want to wipe it down. So obviously I won't use this entire packet. It'll be like little packets at a time, but if I needed to like wipe down something, safe to know that we got an alcohol pad there. Next thing, again, I told you I have a lot. This is a Benadryl spray, itch cooling spray. This is something to have as well, just to be on the safe side. You know, if ever you get an ant bite, whatever it may be, you can put that on, you're good to go. So that's always helpful. This is what I have for my baby as a newborn. This is the Aquifer Baby Healing Balm Stick, and essentially this is supposed to help with drool rash, chafed skin, minor cuts and scrapes. So what I noticed with my daughter, when she was a newborn up to like 12 months, you can't put like anything on them. Like you can't really give them anything, can't put anything on them. And so I was like, okay, well, what can I do? And it turns out this is definitely what you can use for a baby. It's gentle on baby's sensitive skin, paraben and fragrance free, and it does have avocado oil and shea butter. So that's what's in this. And I figured, you know, if your baby gets a little bump, if your baby gets a little scratch, whatever it is, this is supposed to help with the healing of that. So this is what I have for my baby. This is the Babyganics Soothing Itch Stick, and it's a skin protectant for insect bites and rashes. So this is another thing that you can use for, you know, a baby that has an ant bite or whatever. This is what I used on my daughter, especially after she turned a year old, when you still can't use anything. This is what you would use on instead. So if I was to have it in a bag somewhere, you have your liquids here, and then you have the rest of it in here. Like ointments and stuff would go in this one. This is more of like your first aid kit, but these two together could fit potentially in your bag. This is something that I'm starting new. Hopefully it will work out well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you do, what is in your first aid kit. Talk to you later. Bye.